Football is about to enter a completely new era. For nearly a century, the FIFA World Cup has been the pinnacle of the sport. Legends were made, nations were united, and unforgettable moments became part of football history. But the 2026 FIFA World Cup is different. Bigger than any World Cup before it. More teams, more matches, more countries, more fans. And according to many experts, this tournament won't just crown a world champion, it could change football forever. So what exactly is changing? And how will the 2026 World Cup shape the future of the world's most popular sport? Let's find out. The FIFA World Cup 2026 will be hosted by 3 countries, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. For the first time in history, 3 nations will jointly host a World Cup. But that's only the beginning. This tournament will feature 48 teams instead of the traditional 32. That means more nations will have the opportunity to compete on football's biggest stage. The tournament will also include a record-breaking 104 matches. Never before has a World Cup been this large. FIFA believes these changes represent the future of football. But with every major change comes major consequences. The biggest change is obvious. The World Cup is expanding from 32 teams to 48 teams. For decades, qualifying for the World Cup was one of the hardest achievements in international football. Many strong nations missed out entirely. Now, more countries will qualify than ever before. Supporters believe this is great news. Nations from Africa, Asia, North America, and Oceania will receive additional qualification spots. Millions of fans who previously had little chance of seeing their country at a World Cup now have hope. Young players in smaller football nations suddenly have a realistic dream. But there is another side to the debate. Critics worry that adding more teams could reduce the overall quality of the tournament. Will there be more one-sided matches? Will qualification lose some of its prestige? The answers won't become clear until the tournament begins. But one thing is certain. The 48-team format is changing international football forever. Historically, football power has been concentrated in Europe and South America. Most World Cup winners have come from those 2 continents. But World Cup 2026 could accelerate the rise of new football nations. Countries that rarely reached previous tournaments will now gain valuable experience against elite opposition. That experience matters. Nations improve when they compete against the best. Young players gain confidence. Football federations receive more funding. Infrastructure improves. Coaching standards rise. This could create a future where traditional football giants face much stronger competition from countries that were once considered outsiders. In other words, the global football map may look very different 10 years from now. World Cup 2026 isn't only about football, it's also about business. The expanded tournament means more matches. More matches mean more ticket sales, more television broadcasts, more sponsorship deals, and significantly, more revenue. The World Cup is already one of the most valuable sporting events on Earth. The 2026 edition could become the most profitable football tournament ever held. That money doesn't just affect FIFA. Leagues, clubs, broadcasters, sponsors, and host cities all benefit. The financial success of World Cup 2026 may influence how major football competitions are organized in the future. If the tournament succeeds commercially, other competitions may follow a similar path. Football is becoming more technological every year. VAR has already changed how referees make decisions. Semi-automated offside technology has increased accuracy. Advanced player tracking systems now collect enormous amounts of performance data. World Cup 2026 is expected to showcase even more innovation. Fans inside stadiums and those watching from home may experience football in ways never seen before. Real-time statistics, enhanced broadcasts, advanced camera angles, interactive viewing experiences. Technology is becoming a permanent part of modern football. And World Cup 2026 could push that transformation even further. Perhaps the biggest change is cultural. The World Cup has always united people. But the 2026 tournament may do so on an unprecedented scale. 3 host countries, 16 host cities, 48 participating nations, billions of viewers. The event will reach more people than any previous World Cup. Football's influence will continue to grow in regions where the sport is still developing. In North America especially, the tournament could inspire an entirely new generation of players and fans. The impact may last long after the final whistle. So how will World Cup 2026 change football forever? By expanding opportunities, by increasing global participation, by generating record-breaking revenue, by accelerating technological innovation, and by bringing football to more people than ever before. Some fans love these changes, others remain skeptical. But regardless of where you stand, one thing is impossible to deny. The 2026 FIFA World Cup represents a turning point in football history. When future generations look back at this tournament, they may see it as the moment football entered a completely new era. And that is why World Cup 2026 could change football forever. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more World Cup 2026 content from Boot and Ball. And let me know in the comments, will World Cup 2026 improve football or change it for the worse? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.